chances are you know someone who hates their job. Maybe it's you. Why is it that in our society, not everyone can pursue what they love as a career? Can we set up our society in a different way so that everybody can do what they love? Welcome to another episode of Planet Econ. At first glance, it may appear that our economy would be much more efficient if everyone did something they love for a job. After all, a lot of folks enjoy doing precisely the things they're most good at. When you're doing something that you enjoy, you're like a productivity superhero. You get much more done in lesser time, and you're always ready to learn new things in the field to become a yet better worker. You also just get an organic boost in happiness and well-being when doing something you love. And since economists care about maximizing utility, which is just a fancy way of saying happiness and well-being, why don't we support this idea? Imagine that starting tomorrow, everybody in the world is mandated to switch to doing a job they love without considering the pay. Would we be living in a world that is much better than it currently is? The answer, unfortunately, is that we would be living in a rather dystopian world in which we would not be able to get many of the goods and services we utilize daily. Why is that? Imagine that this year the world wants to buy 70 million cars. There is absolutely nothing that guarantees that there are enough people in the world who enjoy working in steel, glass, rubber, and other factories to produce the raw materials that are needed to make 70 million cars. There is also nothing that guarantees that there are just enough people who enjoy working in a car factory and brave the fumes of the paint shop to roll out exactly 70 million cars. So a lot of people would just not be able to get cars. Now imagine you trying to go around everywhere under this new system. The amount of food provided in supermarkets wouldn't depend on how much food the population demands, but on how many people enjoy picking each type of food from the field, storing it, and transporting it. The number of accountants there would be wouldn't be determined by how many companies need accounting services, but by how many people enjoy being accountants. Under this new system, you would be doing what you love, sure, but you wouldn't be able to get enough of necessities like food, and you would have a heck of a hard time setting up something like a company. So, the reason that not everyone can do what they love for a job is simple. The set of goods and services produced wouldn't match what people need and want. That is why, in our world today, there are different wages for different jobs. Jobs that not a lot of folks like doing, but are heavily demanded because we enjoy consuming their output, need to have a higher wage than other jobs so that some people would find it worthwhile to switch into these jobs even though they don't like doing them. For a concrete example, think of the pay differential between accountants and musicians. A lot of people dream about becoming musicians rather than accountants, but the economy needs a lot of accountants, so accountants generally earn more than musicians. With this wage differential, companies end up getting the accounting services they need and are able to continue operating, and we end up still having plenty of musicians to produce music. So if you're someone who enjoys doing something that not many others enjoy doing, but whose output is in high demand, you hit jackpot. You should definitely snatch the opportunity to do what you love while making a lot of money. Now, does this mean that if you're someone who hates their job and needs to continue working for the money, you're stuck? Not necessarily. First off, you probably don't know all the jobs that exist in today's economy, so it wouldn't hurt to do some exploring. Maybe you will come across a job that you enjoy slightly more and pays the same, or even a job that you enjoy slightly less but pays a lot more. It is also the case that in today's economy, new jobs are popping up all the time. So even if several years ago you had a balance between enjoyment and pay just right, now there may be a new opportunity out there that's just waiting for you to discover. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and consider supporting Planet Econ on Patreon. Stay inquisitive, and see you next time